Good day, everybody. It is Klaxon here, and if you guys enjoyed this video, you should subscribe for more RWBY videos, and you should check out the Patreon if you guys want to see episodes like these early, or if you want to see our reactions early, because they are up for early access every Saturday. So if you want to see our reaction to episode 1, you should check out the Patreon, or if you want to see our reactions to future episodes, if you're watching this a little later. So yeah, we are going to talk about Cinder being a pirate. Oh,
I've done it.
Yes, guys.
I've
if you
done
guys
it.
watched our analysis, you'll know that
Someone on the stream said her blouse looks piratey, and then you said that looks like a ship's deck, and then I said she's squabbing the poop deck, and
Oh
then we
my
were like,
God.
she's a pirate!
yeah, it was something like that, but it does look like, because, okay, so I wanted to be a pirate for Halloween, and I was trying to use, like, one of my older costumes, but I saw some at the store, and my mom is like, that's just a blouse, we can do that. So when you guys said that, I was like, oh yeah, it is a pirate blouse, isn't it? Right, just looking at it and looking at the little sash around her that's very pirate decoration. It doesn't read to me as Cinderella barmaid, like, she's not a maid, she's not in a maid's outfit.
Well, she has
she's
an
in a very
apron,
pirate outfit, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't strike me, like, I guess she could just be wearing pants and that's a distinction, but when you think of Cinderella, you think of maid's dress. You don't think of maid's pirate blouse. So, if Hunter would like to take it away with his notes and tell us about this. Okay.
I've cracked it. We've had many ideas about where Cinder comes from.
Being a Schnee, being a Rose.
All of them wrong. I have the truth.
Okay.
Or at least some things that are probably more true than others.
All right.
Unfortunately, the pirate stuff may be the part that is less true. So, I suspect that she is in fact on a ship.
Okay.
That ship is in Minstrel. We learn from the now, I think, taken off of YouTube, World of Remnant videos that there's a lot of very, very seedy parts in Minstrel. So I imagine that there's some kind of like illegal slavery shipping industry or pirate industry. And that a powerful pirate that I'm going to say is like Ruby's version of Captain Hook.
Sure.
But maybe a woman for two things. One, because they do that a lot in Ruby. And two, so it can be a mixture of Captain Hook and also the evil stepmother.
Yes.
So we get
Talk
back
was
at
also a woman. And like
That's
Talk
true.
is a crocodile.
A
A male crocodile, I guess, in
Yeah.
Peter Pan. So there's that.
Mm-hmm. And so who knows? Maybe Talk. I guess no. Talk would have been too.
Talk's a little old,
Yeah.
but you know.
Damn it, Talk. Anyways, so what I expect happens is that we get, she was like enslaved by this Captain Hook woman, taken from her village. Maybe we do see her family, or we don't. Maybe she was taken.
She's just sold off?
Yeah, maybe she was sold off very young. Maybe she was taken when she was so young that she doesn't even remember her parents.
Yeah.
Maybe that could be what she asked
She's like, where
relic
are
of
my
knowledge.
parents? Oh dear.
And so this woman, she kind of leaves this sort of evil, oppressive ship.
Sure.
And then Cinder, along with all the other like urchins, like they're like, okay, we can do it. We can have a mutiny. We're gonna take her out, and she plans a mutiny, and she becomes the leader.
Yeah.
I have two ideas of how this goes.
Badly.
One, she fails miserably, and she's
probably what happened.
forced to watch all of her friends be murdered.
Probably.
By this woman, which I imagine would be horrible and traumatic.
Yes.
And that's also where she gets her need for power.
Yeah.
She's been so helpless as watching all the people whom she loved die.
Yeah.
And so instead of killing her, she says, no, we're not going to kill you. You're going to have to think about it. And
You're
they
gonna have
let
to
her.
think about what
So
you do.
they leave her on an island to starve, but that island was the Dragon Continent. And that's where Salem finds her.
Oh, wow. That would be trippy.
Alternatively, she does win.
I doubt
But in the meantime, she crashes this ship. Or she forces them to go into
So then she realized by taking the leader away, they also fucked up real bad and they don't know what they're doing.
Either she kills the ship or she just tries to sabotage the whole thing and it all burns down and she all escapes. I say this because I suspect that just as Captain Hook had a feather in his cap,
Yes.
if you look in that old flashback photo, she does not have her blue feather brooch. Not a flower brooch, feather brooch. So I think that was in Captain Hook Lady's hat.
Oh my god.
And that after
so like
she
all
dies,
the feathers and the jewelry and stuff is like representative of like a pirate hat.
Or not representative of a pirate hat, but representative of power that she was able to
the power
potentially
the pirate hat,
kill or destroy. So I don't know if Like, I want her, if she dies, that's how she gets the pirate cap. If she's just left there, I don't know how she gets the feathered hat.
Yeah.
Other than maybe it's like, you want to be a captain so bad, here, take it.
Yeah.
Like as almost like an insult to injury before she leaves. I don't know. So I imagine that.
Oh my God, Hunter!
It goes either way.
She's gonna be a pirate, Hunter!
So she takes it from
I believe!
That she takes it from her authority. So I think, I don't think she... I think maybe she does kill the captain, but then the second in command leaves her to die there. Maybe. Or maybe the second in, maybe the captain just gives it to her as like a
But I think your first idea of all her friends dying, I think that makes a lot more sense.
Of like her
And then
losing.
she gets abandoned on the dragon continent because they know that the dragon continent is not hospitable, right? Because I think they've said that a couple times, that no one has been able to get there for some reason.
And that will also explain why Cinder keeps people at such an arm's length, because she was so destroyed over her friends dying. She doesn't want to open
up to Emerald and Mercury because she already had friends and her friends died. Oh my God, that's
a number
so
two
sad.
thing I noticed is that Cinder's hand is always covered.
Yes.
In that scene, it's wrapped before it's bandaged. In the new one, she has a glove. One scene where you don't see it is that in Volume 6, when she steals that lady's clothing, you can see the front of her forearm, but not the back. I suspect that maybe that's some kind of tattoo or brand that she was given by the pirate to denote.
You mean
but the other one has a glove on it.
Right.
So you can't see her skin.
I see. Okay.
So and in the flashback,
sort of
you
brand.
see a bandage over it.
Oh,
so I wonder if that was a brand to like brand her as like, you are now like a
pirate
part of the ship
property.
Yeah, you are pirate ship property.
Okay, so I have a couple thoughts.
Yes.
There were pirates in the DC comics, and they were in Mistral. So that's that. There are pirates in RWBY. Yang fights some pirates. Again, I don't know. Like, the DC comics, are they a little sus? Yes. But they were also, like, consulted, like, art aside, they were consulted by, like, Miles and Carrie and stuff like that for, like, story things. So could this be sort of early foreshadowing and world building of pirates?
Yes.
Yes. I do like the Captain Hook idea, and I think that the arm could actually be like a Captain Hook almost parallel. If that lady, right, is based off of Captain Hook or whoever and doubles as the evil stepmother and has her arm missing, Cinder has now lost her arm like her captain had lost her arm. Does that make sense? So you have, she lost her arm just like the person that she, failed to defeat or something like that. Something of that nature. And I think it's a good idea just because of, like, again, the failing to, rise up against power, and then you have all these, like, again, the slavery things, like Elva starved.
It explains how she found Salem. She was dropped off
on the dragon continent. Like, it definitely explains a lot.
However,
there is a lot.
I will admit that pirate stuff might be a jump. So alternatively, if they go, because she is Cinderella, right?
Yeah.
So alternatively, if they go Cinderella, maybe instead of that pirate cap, the feather could belong to whoever the evil stepmother is in a different situation. I still think it'll be seedy and illegal and potentially slavery.
There's also, like, the idea, like, Cinder's, like, family, and those feathers could be, like, representative of her sisters and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And that she took
could be
them.
True.
And that's why she sort of values, like, the fashion and the clothes and all that sort of stuff. And that could be... But here's the thing, Hunter, okay?
Yes.
People already expected Cinderella. So here's my argument for your idea, is people expected Cinderella. Miles and Carrie have openly said, especially in the RWBY, like, companion lore book or whatever, that, like, think Cinderella when you think of Cinder. And at this point, blue-balling us, since, like, Cinder's first appearance about...
End of Volume 1.
Yeah, exactly, about, her backstory, if it's basic-ass Cinderella and the stepmothers, all of that stuff, that's boring. But you know what no one would have fucking expected? Cinder to be on a pirate ship. So I think that this would be a better idea for them to spice up Cinderella a little bit. Right? You know what I mean? And then you still have the idea of stepmother and stepsisters, because it's popped, like, what if she got into it, like, with the captain's daughters? The captain's daughters are treated better. Or the first mate, like, there's a lot of stuff there. Or the actual
crewmates.
Yeah, the actual crewmates versus the slaves, right? And so, you could have, like, a whole thing like that, and that could be representative of the step siblings and then the mother and stuff.
Another thing I also noticed, and you can tell that I really focused on that, I really watched that one flashback we got, is that she's not wearing heels.
Yeah.
So maybe, who knows, maybe she also gets
she's
the
also
heels.
A child, but,
she's also a child. I mean, she's young, but...
I mean, we've talked about this again in in our analysis and then in some of the fairy tale videos, but again, heels and stuff like that is also a very, like, transitioning from a child into, like, a young adult sort of thing, like, those sort of fashion items that are reserved for, you know, women, like, you know, you, like, wear your first pair of heels, and that's like, oh, you're all grown up now type of thing, right? So it could be, like, that sort of transitioning into having more power. The more she dresses up, you could say, the more she is more, like, fashionable, and the more she dresses rich, that is, like, symbolic of her, like, slowly gaining power over the volumes and stuff. How she dresses at the party, and the heel, like, what she wears now versus, you know, what she was wearing, like, before in the flashback. Like, that's all, like, clothing is very symbolic of power, especially in like, if you think about, like, the Emperor's New Clothes and stuff like that, when you think about what that fairy tale means, and, like, the other fairy tales where clothing is really important, right? It definitely matters, so I could see that sort of being representative, right?
Maybe she kind of, it would be interesting to see if, you know, ultimately Cinder starts dressing a lot like this pirate woman, because she, like, imitates her as her understanding of what power looks like. So maybe she wore the heels. Maybe that's how they introduce her, like, feet first, move up.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool.
But yeah, that's
to show that, like, oh, like, those look like Cinder shoes, and then it's like this woman. And
regardless
stuff like
of whether or not it's a pirate or if it's just a different kind of situation, I imagine human trafficking and enslavement are going to be part of it. I imagine that feathered cap thing is going to be part of it. I imagine the heels are going to be part of it.
At this point, if Cinder's not a pirate, I'm going to be kind of sad. Because I feel like you outlined the reason why it should be so well, and it just makes so much sense, I guess. And, like, again, if she's from Mistral, that's where the pirates were. I don't know.
And Mistral's really close to the dragon continent.
Yeah. I like it. I really like it. And so, yeah, I think, Hunter, you outdone yourself. I can only imagine if, like, Kruby's watching this video and they're right. They're like, how the fuck did he know?
If I got this right.
This would be your Jin moment.
Yeah, this will
be
my Jin moment.
Because this is, like, not, I mean, it was, I guess you could say it was foreshadowed a little bit, but, like, this is not obvious at all. So if you get this, Hunter, like, good for you. Oh my god. But yeah, I love this theory. I'm really happy. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Those are basically all the thoughts I have to contribute, is that there are pirates in the show. It just makes sense. Sense. I just look at it and I'm like, yeah, why not? Like,
even her swords kind of look like
cutlasses. Yeah, even her swords kind of look like pirate swords. Like, there's a lot to unpack here, and so I'm ready. I'm ready for Cinder to be a pirate. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.